between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Beginning on the drive with Patterson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a one. Up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw out right, take it in by Patterson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. Touchdown, Falcons! Damiere Byrd. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Now the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Buccaneers 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Going up top for Miller.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. The Buccaneers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A first carry for Rachaad White.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Brady going to go on 4th down.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The safety Antoine Winfield got in there that time.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He did it again.
49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On play action, it's Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Hey, check it.
To throw again on second down. Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ozzie! 450! Hey, Alabama! 53 lead now!
Play action, now it's Brady.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Brady.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete to Zaccheaus. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, hold 66. Regular. Alpha. Let's go on. No, 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down. The 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check it, reload. Out.
To throw, it's Brady. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Play action now, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They begin with a run by Fournette.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alert! Go bandit! Rim! 72!
Now Brady.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
On 1st down, Brady. It's Miller, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Scotty Miller,
53 yards.
and the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lambo on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it probably kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
So a good grab there, and here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic, 3rd and long after that last sack.
In motion, the tight end.
Ozzie! Up 50. Hey, Alabama.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, tick.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Brady on the move to his left, to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Patterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right?
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Back near his goal line, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Mariota's throw complete there to Perriman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Here's Mariota. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw, Mariota. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 73 yards. They'll run with Patterson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mariota. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust. And unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. And they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No, 66.
Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns so far.
And the Buccaneers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Mariota. He's got Perriman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
One last shot now for Mariota. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they wait for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride, too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.